What is happening, guys? Today marks the start of our Pokemon Vault White randomized Nuzlocke, and I'm so hype. We had to choose our starter episode. Don't worry, just because you're seeing the start again doesn't mean that things have changed. The options were still the same, and the choice was made. So, just gonna go through this, just using this to basically explain what's going on. So, as you heard, this is Pokemon Vault White. This is not Pokemon White, this is Vault White. This is a Draiano ROM hack. The game is pretty much the same. It is just made a little bit harder by Pokemon's movesets and typings being adjusted to fit them a bit better. Some Pokemon have had their abilities and their scores increased and all that, just generally making them more viable so that you don't go using the same garbage all the time. Now then, the other thing with that is that it's also a Nuzlocke. So just in case you're new to Pokemon challenges and everything, a Nuzlocke is a self-imposed challenge that has 3 main rules, and then there's some other rules that we may tack on. So rule number 1 is we are only allowed to catch the first Pokemon that we encounter on any route. Whether it runs away, whether it dies, there's no repeats. It is just the first encounter on any route. Second, any Pokemon that we capture must have a nickname to bring that bond closer, so that when rule number 3 kicks in, it is even more heartbreaking. And speaking of the rule number 3, every Pokemon that is knocked out is considered dead. That is it. You cannot use it again. I know that sucks, but it's just the way that it goes. And they have to be placed in the box for us to stare at and go, look at all the power we've lost. So yeah, those are the 3 main rules. Now obviously there's things like dupes clause, so we don't have to catch the same Pokemon. There's shiny clause, so if we do encounter a shiny, that actually counts as a separate encounter. Static encounters also count as a separate encounter, so if we have caught something on that route, that is the only other way that we can capture a Pokemon. There are other things, and I'm going to feel it out to see how this is going, because we may end up just making it a little bit harder by taking away healing in battle. Not 100% sure yet. But yeah, those are the general rules. Now as for the randomizer, now I didn't want to change too much, because Draiano went through and made a massive improvement to the game by adjusting, like I said, he adjusted some typings, he adjusted some stats, move pools, all that sort of stuff. So I wasn't going to mess with any of that. The only thing I wanted to mess with was where Pokemon spawned and where items spawned. So that's generally all we've done, which is how we had the randomized starters, which we will get to in a moment. And then, yeah, basically all the trainers have random Pokemon. They could be legends, they could be starter bugs, they could be absolutely anything. Just like we can capture just about anything. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride through the Unova region to see how this goes. So your name is Fuzzlax. That's a wonderful name. Well then, I'm going to introduce you to your 2 best friends. So this is Sharon. He's got a bit of a stick up his ass. And this is Bianca. She is very forgetful. So, if at any point you want to potentially leave any nicknames or anything like that for potential Pokemon, because obviously we're not going to know what we're going to catch until we catch it, but if you ever want to leave like a comment down, just leave a comment. What I might actually do is take people who comment on the previous episode and use them for nicknames. So if you want to either suggest a nickname for a Pokemon, like if you want to go, oh well, if you capture a Garbodor, you should call it Landfill or something like that. Then, like, you know, if I catch a Garbodor or a Trubbish, I can name it after that. Or if you just want your name to be the nickname, leave a comment, any comment. There may even be a question of the day that brings up around here, or I may ask some random questions during the Let's Play. And if you answer them through, then you've got a chance of being put into the list of potential nicknames for our Pokemon, just to bring you that much closer into the game. And with that, let's jump into this, and hopefully Professor Juniper won't mind me skipping her dialogue this time. Oh, I do love Gen 5. It is my favourite generation. Actually, there we go. We'll start off with that one. Nice and simple. Everybody asks it on the first one. I'm pretty sure I even asked it on one of the old Let's Plays. What is your favourite generation? And like I said, Unova Generation 5 is my favourite one out of all of them. First, Lax. I heard from Professor Juniper that we can have a Pokemon. What's keeping Bianca? I'm a little late again. Sorry. Bianca, I've known you for 10 years. That you'd have no sense of time. But seriously, today, the day that we can get a Pokemon from Professor Juniper? I know, sorry First Class, sorry Sharon. I never know. His name is going to change almost every time I say it. Because it's either Charin or Sharon, and I always mess it up, and I try, and it's just going to change. They were delivered to Fuzzlax's house, so Fuzzlax gets to pick first. I mean, naturally. Pow, 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 pow. I can't help myself. The music in this game is so good. Pokemon are waiting for us inside this gift box. Okay, Fuzzlax, you go first and take a peek at the gift box. Okay, so, as you voted, I've got to say, first and foremost, thank you to everybody that voted on the Choose My Starter video and all the posts that I made. I collected from all forms of social media, from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everything. And I will say, the results were mind-blowing. I did not expect it to be this close. I expected one Pokemon to sort of like run away with it, but it weren't. It was really close. So just to go over this, Durant came in last, but had 29% of the votes. Corsola came in second with 32% of the votes. And our starter is going to be Toxicroak, who had 39% of the votes. Like I said, I didn't expect it to be that close. I expected it to be 1-4. To be fair, I expected Corsola to win by like 90% because everybody just wanted to see me use a Corsola to struggle a bit. But nope, we got Toxicroak. So we're gonna pick our Toxicroak. Okay, well that's it, this Pokemon. right. Hey, how come you get to pick out of my... Never mind, I wanted this one anyway. Okay, so now is the... Okay, so before we get into this battle, because we've actually got to battle both rivals right now. So, the way that it works, like I said in the rules, is that if a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead. Now, if we run out of Pokemon, we obviously black out. That means the challenge ends. However, we have not had the chance to capture another Pokemon. So, as standard Nuzlocke rules state, the Nuzlocke challenge does not start until we get Pokeballs. Once we get Pokeballs and we're able to capture another Pokemon, so when we get to Route 1, that's when we'll be given Pokeballs. If we fail to catch another Pokemon and then Toxicroak dies, that's when the challenge is over. If we happen to lose to Bianca and Sharon right now, that's fine. It just means we don't level up and we just don't get that part. We still continue on until we get the Pokeballs to continue on the challenge. So just going to put that out there before anybody says anything, just in case we die during these two fights. Honestly, Bianca, even though they're still weak Pokemon, you shouldn't have Pokemon battles inside a house. Don't be a worrywart. These little ones are weak. Like you said, we have to let them battle so they can get stronger. It's settled. Fuzzlax, get ready for your first Pokemon battle. Now then, I want to point out as well, I think their Pokemon are not going to be what we had left. So I don't think... That's a Lucario. Lucario was not one of the choices. Okay. Okay. So we gotta fight against a Lucario. No problem. Okay, we got Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Astonish, and Mud Slap. Question. Is Toxicroak faster than Lucario? We'll go with the Mud Slap. Answer, yes, yes. No, he's not. Ugh. Oh, that is not good. Right, hopefully the accuracy drops will help us. Detect? Okay, just got Metal Claw, Detect. We basically needed to be as blind as physically possible because... Oh, I think it might be a speed tie. And the punch. It is a speed tie. Ah! No! Okay. Thunder Punch was definitely the better option. Oh! Okay. First battle down. Level 6. Level 7. Nice. Now I haven't boosted any experience odds, that's just because it was a Lucario. 500 Pokédollars. Whoa! Fuzzlax, you're gonna be an awesome trainer someday, I can tell. No doubt. Bianca, would you take a look around? Whoa! What happened? Wow, Pokemon are amazing. So little, but so strong. I'm so glad I had to have a Pokemon. Oh, sorry about your room. You are completely hopeless. Here, I'll restore your Pokemon for you. Fuzzy's Pokemon needs to be fixed up too. I need to get out of this house because that music is I'm gonna get caught every time. With all that you know, I'm sure you can battle without turning the room into a disaster area like I did. Oh, I was the wrong person. I believe you're right. It'd be no problem for me to keep the room from getting any messier. Besides, it's not fair that you two are the only ones who get to have fun battling. It's decided. You'll be the opponent in my very first battle. Let's see what you and your Pokemon can do. I don't think you want this smoke. Right, let's see what awesome Pokemon this one got. Oh, you got a Slowpoke? Oh, that's going to be easy fodder. We got Thunder Punch. But if he has any form of Psychic move and lives an attack from me, I could be gone. As we are 4 times weak to Psychic. But it doesn't matter. Oh, that balanced it out for experience. I made a strange blunder in my first... No, you just had one Pokemon that was weak to a move that I have. Oh, I better come too. Right. So, let's check. But first and foremost, let's save it. And next, let's check out. Okay, so we have a Lax Nature, which is defense up, special defense down, if I remember correctly. Oh, there it is. It shows it there. We have Poison Touch. Out of all those contacts, we didn't land a single poison connection. Anyway. Oh well, Steel is immune to poison, and Slowpoke didn't live long enough to get poisoned. And we got Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Astonish, Mud Slap. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. That is a pretty awesome looking Toxicroak. Now I know I did say that we have to nickname every Pokemon, but that option comes through in a moment once we go and see, once we get past the next part. Right, let's put the text up to fast. We're gonna put the battle to set. We're gonna make it a little bit more difficult. That we can't find out what they're gonna send out and then automatically counter it, because I think that's gonna make it a little bit more difficult for us. Is there any more options? No. Okay. I'm very sorry about all the trouble, ma'am. We can help clean up. Cleaning up? No worries. I'll take care of that later. Shouldn't you be on your way to meet Professor Juniper? Oh, yes. Thank you. Please excuse us. Come on. Let's go to the thank Professor Juniper. I'll be waiting for you in front of the research lab. Oh, wait. I've got to go home first. Thanks for having us over. Mother? My, Fuzzlax. Pokemon battles are so lively, aren't they? I could hear the Pokemon's cries clear down here. That sure reminded me of my first Pokemon battle. Oh, and you know, after a battle, you need to rest your Pokemon. Your Pokemon look great. Now, if you're going out, don't forget your bicycle and phone. That's right, we get the bike straight away. Now, I can't remember if there's a toggle to run. But no. Go and have a nosy check with Bianca. No! No! 1,000 times no! But I'm a good trainer who got a Pokemon and everything. I can totally go on an adventure. It's okay. It's fine. I'll be waiting for you in front of the lab, okay? What nonsense is this? How can my daughter, who knows nothing about the world, be going on a journey with Pokemon? Because, you know... Don't mind my husband, dear. He's just being overprotective. All children go on adventures with Pokemon. It's part of growing up. Okay. Let's go meet the professor. Well, hello there. I've been waiting for you, young people. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Professor Juniper. We know your name. Come, Sharon. This is no time to take things lightly. Today is a day to remember always, so it's best to behave with someone formally. That being so, once again, my name is Professor Juniper, and I'm researching when and how these creatures called Pokemon come into existence. Oh, that's unusual. You've already had your Pokemon battle. So maybe that's why it feels like though your Pokemon have already begun to trust you. By the way, would you like to give your Pokemon a nickname? Yes, and I have no idea what I'm going to nickname him. Looking around for some inspiration. I mean, I got plenty of inspiration around here. Sure, I actually had a nickname in mind and I completely forgot what it was. Oh, I know. Okay, just give me a second whilst I look up how to spell it because my spelling is terrible. There we go. Right. So. We're gonna name him after one of the punk frogs from TMNT. Genghis. It's for the Pokédex, right? Pokédex? I am astonished. Nice work, Sharon. You already studied Pokemon extensively, haven't you? Still, let me explain everything from the beginning. Oh, no. Don't explain everything from the beginning. A Pokédex is a high-tech device that automatically records the Pokemon you encounter. So, I want you three to visit as many places and meet all the Pokemon in the Unova region. This is my request. Fuzzlax, Sharon, Bianca, you'll go on this adventure to complete the Pokédex, will you not? Okay. I mean, yes, Professor. Thank you very much. Because of you, I can become a Pokemon trainer. Exactly as I've always wished. All of you, thanks. You have given me the best possible answer. Professor, next, I need to teach you how to meet Pokemon. Since the professor asked us, it's okay for us to go on an adventure, right? I can explore and maybe find out what I want to do in life. I think I'd like that. Of course. We can travel however we want while we complete the Pokédex. Hey, Fuzzlax, wait up! Oh, there you are. And what did the professor have to say? She's asked you to complete the Pokédex. I can't believe it. Well, actually, I can. I already knew she was going to ask. That's why I brought you three these town maps. Take them with you. One for Sharon. And of course one for you, Bianca. Thank you so much. As for your room, Fuzzlax, or what's left of it, no need to for any worry. I'll take care of the tidying up. Okay, Fuzzlax? Ah, Pokemon. They are so cute, but they have enough power to destroy a bedroom. They really are something. With Pokemon like that at your side, you'll be safe wherever you go. You let your parents know now. And I hope that, in addition to Pokemon, you'll find lots and lots of places you like in the Unova region, and become wonderful adults. Have a great trip! Well, if we use the town map, I'll always know where I am. That's certainly helpful. Shall we head to Route 1? The professor's waiting. Yeah! Let's go! Fuzzlax, hurry up! Come too! Right, I want to preference that the episodes probably won't be this long all the time. I'm going to try and keep them to around about 20 minutes. However, because it's the first episode and we had to go through all that intro, it's just one of those things. And what we'll actually do is we'll get to the first town, just to wrap it up, and then we'll go from there. Make sure all the dialogue's out the way. Fuzzlax, it's this way! Bianca says if we're starting a journey together, she wants us all to take our first steps at the same time. This just means that they've never left this town. Let's all take our first steps into Route 1 together. Okay, here we go. 1, 2... Oh, I wonder what will happen. Isn't this so exciting? Professor Juniper, I'm sorry to have to keep you waiting. Now that everyone's here, I'll explain. The Pokédex pages update automatically whenever you meet a Pokemon. I'm going to speed this up. Mainly because this is boring as hell. And for some reason the computer takes forever to do it. I'm just gonna... There we go. Did you see that? Just now? Here's how it goes, step by step. First, reduce the Pokemon's HP. Pokemon that still have all of their energy are difficult to catch. If you can, use a Pokemon's moves to make the Pokemon you want to catch fall asleep or paralyze it. And to wrap this up, the best way is I have the gift for you of Pokeballs. So the Nuzlocke has officially started. Now we will also be keeping track of every Pokemon we capture in my little red book here. And, well, any encounters that we have and also whether we capture them or not. Just to make sure that we don't accidentally go back and... She forgot to say the Pokemon jump out of the tall grass. I'm heading to Akimura Town. I think I'll go too. I'm looking forward to the next town, so I can go shopping for Pokeballs. But wait. Hey, listen, Fuzzlax, Sharon, I thought of something fun. But we need to get going. I'd imagine the professor is waiting too. Would you just listen a sec? Seriously. Why don't we see who can catch the most Pokemon? Because I can only catch one. A person carrying the most Pokemon, including the one we received from the professor, is the winner. Actually, that sounds interesting. It will fill up the Pokédex pages, so I'm sure it'll please the professor too. Okay then, until we reach Akimura Town, take care of healing your own Pokemon. Okay, so our Route 1 encounter is Pikachu. I think Toxicroak might kill this thing. So I'm gonna try a Pokeball first. And we caught ourselves a Pikachu. It occasionally uses the electric shock to recharge a fellow Pikachu that is in a weakened state. Let's see. Sparky's too obvious. See, this is why... Do you know what? I'm going to choose... Oh, actually, no. Right, so I'm actually going to pick a comment from our we're gonna have Groovin the Pikachu. Oh well, let's see what else we could have encountered. Ooh, a Growlithe. I think I would have preferred the Growlithe. Oh wait, we have dry skin. Doesn't that do like double damage? Right, I'm not gonna overtrain. Poison Sting. No. Although it would have been a stab move and probably would have been better than Astonish. Okay. Let's check out Groovin. Relaxed nature. With Growl and Thundershock. Speed down. And Lightning Rod. Okay. I don't think there's any actual trainers on this route. No, there's not. We haven't got a fishing rod, so we can't fish. Not, well, actually, we couldn't anyway because we've already caught our Pokemon. I think she gives a potion to us. He does. Right, okay. So what we're gonna do is we've got our team members. Oh, and there's Sharon there. Right, so we're gonna actually stop here. So thank you very much for joining me on the beginning of our journey through the Unova region. Can't wait to see what comes of it. The Nuzlocke itself has actually started. And next time, was it a Kumla town? Didn't say. Cool. But I'm pretty sure it's a Kumla town. So next time, we will jump into there and see what that town has to offer for us. And I think we've got a little bit more to hear from Professor Juniper. But we'll try and get through it as quickly as possible. Like I said, we're going to aim for about 20-minute episodes when it comes to these. I'm also going to be trying to put out sort of shorter forms out on TikTok and Instagram just to give places for you to see, which is why we've got the layout as it is here for these particular platforms. But obviously the main one will be here on YouTube. So if you could hit the like button, comment down below. Remember, question of the day, what is your favorite generation? And also share it out with your friends. Try and get some traction on this and see if we can't get this ball rolling. And I will see you next time.